I welcome you all, guys. Welcome again. So, this was our topic. We are basically learning to solve some of the problems related to rotational motion. So, here it is a ball of mass m is tied to one end of a string and railed from other end. Vertical circle of radius r with constant speed. Find the tension in the string when the ball is at. So, here are two options. Number one is highest point and number two, lowest point in the path in its path of motion. So these are the two parts which you have to find the solution of these two on the basis of this data. So here it is, the mass of the ball is m, the radius of the circle is r. So letter point represents the highest point and B point represents the lowest point. So tension at A will be TA and the tension at B will be TB at highest and at lowest point. So at highest point A, both the tension TA and the weight are acting downward. This is the main difference. At highest point, both tension and the weight will be acting in downward direction. So here will be the sum of the forces, that is tension plus weight. Both are acting downward, both have then positive sign. Then what about the tension acting? Tension will be the difference of the two, that is centripetal force plus weight force. So what's the formula for centripetal force? Formula to calculate centripetal force is this one, mv² divided by r and minus mg. If you simplify it with the mass, you will be getting v² divided by r minus g. So here it is again, centripetal formula is mv² divided by r. So this was, you were asked to calculate mass as well as the radius. So by using this formula, you have calculated the mass. And at point B, the tension in the string is acting upward and the weight is acting in downward. Here will be the sum of the forces acting. There is in opposite direction. So vertically, basically, you are moving in a circle. So TB minus, you are finding first of all sum of the two forces, but the negative sign shows that the direction is different. So that's TB minus W. So here it is, this TB tension at lower point will be addition of, it will be more, that is addition of weight and centripetal force, both are acting. So if you look at this, tension at lower point will be mv square plus mg. So if you take the common, so this is the formula which is used to calculate the tension at the lower point. What you have done during this problem, you were asked to find the tension at A and tension at B. So what you have done, you have considered the number of forces acting at highest point, number of forces acting at lowest point. This is the highest point where tension and weight are added. You will find that when you are calculating tension at A, this will be the difference of these two for centripetal force and weight. Weight is acting in outward, but tension, centripetal force is acting inward. So this will be the total amount of the tension acting. So if you look at this TA, that is equal to M into V square over R minus C. So this is the value of tension at A. So similar is the case to calculate the value of tension at B. You have considered at lower point, the weight is acting in outward and tension is acting in outward. So these are the two forces which are acting opposite to each other. Negative sign shows the direction is opposite. So finally you are calculating tension at B. So here it is, tension at B. Thank you very much for your